in the streets of London. Right now. Waving British flags. Chanting. Marching. And Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, just called them a threat to the nation. Again. Because here is the thing that will make your jaw drop. This is not the first time Starmer has done this. He did it before. 8 months ago. He called them far-right. He called them dangerous. He tried to make them go away. And it destroyed him. Completely. His poll ratings collapsed. Labour lost voters in their hundreds of thousands. The backlash was so severe that even his own advisers told him, privately, never to do it again. And today, with his cabinet collapsing around him, with 92 of his own MPs calling for his resignation, with his government hanging by a thread, he did it again. The same mistake. The same words. The same attack. On the same people. A Prime Minister so desperate, so out of ideas, that he is repeating the exact move that accelerated his own downfall. And the British people watching today, asking one question. Does this man ever learn? To understand why what Starmer did this week is so extraordinary, you need to go back to September 2025. 8 months ago. The first Unite the Kingdom rally. 150,000 people, some estimates say as many as 200,000, marching through central London. Waving Union Jacks. Chanting about immigration. About free speech. About a government they felt had stopped listening to them. Working class people. Many of them lifelong Labour voters. Many of them from the very communities that Labour was created to represent. And what did Keir Starmer do? He called them far-right. He called the march plastic patriotism. He said it had sent a shiver through communities. He accused the organisers of spreading violence, fear, and division. And the backlash was immediate, devastating, and entirely predictable. Because the people marching were not a fringe. They were not extremists. They were ordinary British people, angry about immigration, about the cost of living, about feeling ignored, who came to London to make their voices heard. And their Prime Minister told them they were the problem. His poll ratings, already struggling, fell further. Labour lost working class voters at a rate that alarmed even the most loyal party members. And in private, according to multiple sources, senior Labour figures told Starmer that attacking the marchers had been a catastrophic mistake. Never again, they said. We cannot keep calling these people far-right. They are our voters. He nodded. He seemed to understand. He moved on. And then, this week, with his back against the wall, with his government in free fall, with 92 MPs demanding his resignation, he did it again. Word for word. Almost identically. And that is the question at the heart of today's video. Not just what he said, but why. Why would a Prime Minister repeat the exact mistake that accelerated his own downfall? What is really going on here? Because there is an answer. And it is more revealing, more damning, than anything Starmer has said publicly this week. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you something that the mainstream media is not covering properly. The real reason Starmer attacked the rally this week. The hypocrisy that makes his attack not just politically stupid, but personally devastating. And the one moment from today, a moment that happened in the streets of London just hours ago, that tells you everything about where this country really stands. You are not going to want to miss this. Stay with me. Let's start with exactly what Starmer said. Because the words matter. On Monday, the same day his Health Secretary Wes Streeting was preparing to resign, the same day 92 Labour MPs were signing letters demanding he go, Starmer stood up and gave a speech. Not about the economy. Not about the NHS. Not about the local election disaster. About the Unite the Kingdom rally. He said, the organisers, including convicted thugs and racists, are peddling hate and division. He said the rally was designed to confront and intimidate this diverse city and this diverse country. He said, this is nothing less than a battle for the soul of our nation. And then, he announced that his government had banned 11 foreign commentators and activists from entering Britain to attend the rally. 11 people. Banned from entering the country. including a sitting elected member of the European Parliament, Polish MEP Dominik Tarczyński, a democratically elected politician. Banned from Britain. The European Conservatives and Reformists Group, a major political grouping in the European Parliament, wrote to Starmer directly. They said banning a sitting MEP was a serious attack on democratic political freedoms and freedom of expression. And Tarczyński himself? He said Starmer was behaving like a communist. He vowed to sue Starmer personally. But here is where the hypocrisy becomes impossible to ignore. Because Starmer banned 11 people from attending one rally, and said nothing about the other rally happening on the same day. The pro-Palestine march on Nakba Day. Also in central London. Also today. With thousands of attendees who have been, on previous marches, filmed chanting slogans that prosecutors have said may amount to incitement to hatred. 0 bans for that march. 0 speeches attacking those organizers. 11 bans for one march. 0 for the other. Alex Armstrong at GB News said it perfectly. Starmer attacks the upcoming Unite the Kingdom rally, hailing how he's banned some social media critics from coming to Britain. Meanwhile, hate marchers have been parading around London for years under his watch, with 0 intervention by the PM. 0 versus 11. That is what people mean when they talk about two-tier policing. And today, in the streets of London, hundreds of thousands of people who have noticed that discrepancy came out to say so. Now let me paint you a picture of what today actually looked like. Because the images from London this afternoon tell a story that no speech from Starmer can reframe. Tens of thousands of people, ITV News reports suggest the crowd is enormous, marching through central London. Waving Union Jack flags. Chanting, "We want Starmer out." Chanting, "Get him out." Holding signs that say Britain belongs to the British people. These are not a fringe. These are not extremists dragged in from the margins of society. These are people from Sunderland, where Reform just won every council seat. From Wigan, where Reform took 24 of 25 seats. From Hartlepool, where Labour was wiped out completely. The same communities. The same people. Now in London. In their hundreds of thousands. And Keir Starmer, looking at those crowds, released a statement saying they were threatening the soul of the nation. The soul of the nation. Here is what a source close to the Conservative Party said today, and I want you to hear this. Every time Starmer calls these people far right, he drives another 50,000 people to Reform. He is the best recruiting Sergeant Nigel Farage has ever had. The best recruiting Sergeant Farage has ever had. From a Conservative source. About the Prime Minister. And here is the detail that nobody in the mainstream media is properly covering. Because it is the most revealing moment of the entire week. Here is what is really happening. And this is the part that changes everything. Starmer did not attack the Unite the Kingdom rally because he genuinely believes it is the most important issue facing Britain right now. He attacked it because he is desperate. Think about his week. His health secretary resigned with a letter calling his leadership a vacuum. 92 of his own MPs have publicly demanded he resign. Angela Rayner, cleared by HMRC, is positioning herself to run against him. Andy Burnham now has a path back to Parliament. The leadership race has effectively begun. And what does a Prime Minister do when his own party is tearing itself apart around him? He looks for an external enemy. Someone, he can point to and say, forget what is happening inside. Look at this threat. This is the real battle. This is what matters. It is one of the oldest tricks in politics. And it is so transparent that even Starmer's own allies privately acknowledge it. The Daily Wire, which obtained internal Labour sources, reported this week that Starmer's pivot to attacking the rally is widely viewed as a desperate attempt to divert attention from the political earthquake of the May 7th elections. Widely viewed. By his own side. A desperate distraction. From a man who has run out of real moves. And here is the cruelest irony of all. Because by attacking the rally, by giving it his personal attention, his government's resources, his Monday speech, Starmer has made it bigger. More important. More watched. More attended. The commentator Valentina Gomez, banned from entering Britain by Starmer's Home Office, responded from abroad. She said, "Why does the presence of free speech bother him so deeply?" And then she threatened to travel to Britain by small boat, daring the government to stop her. By small boat. The same route used by migrants that Starmer's government has been criticized for not stopping. The irony was not lost on anyone. And in the streets of London today, the chants of "We want Starmer out" grew louder. Because every time he attacks these people, they come back stronger. Let me take you back one more time to September 2025. Because the aftermath of that first rally tells you exactly what is going to happen now. After Starmer called the September March plastic patriotism, after he condemned the marchers, dismissed their concerns, and accused them of spreading fear and division, something happened in the polls. Labour's already collapsing poll numbers fell further. In working-class areas across the North and Midlands, the areas that attended the march in their thousands, Labour support dropped to levels not seen since the 1930s. And Reform UK surged. Because every working-class voter who saw Starmer call those marchers far-right looked at the images, at the Union Jacks, at the ordinary families, at the pensioners and the tradesmen and the mothers pushing prams, and thought, if that is far-right, then so am I. And they voted accordingly. On May the 7th. That is the lesson that Starmer was supposed to have learned. That calling these people names does not make them go away. It makes them angrier. It makes them more determined. And it drives them, in their hundreds of thousands, into the arms of Nigel Farage. And today, in London, the cycle begins again. Here is what I think is really happening. And I want to be honest with you about it. Keir Starmer is not a stupid man. He knows that attacking these marchers did not work last time. He knows that calling them far-right drives voters to reform. He knows that banning foreign commentators creates a free speech story that dominates the news cycle. He knows all of that. And he did it anyway. Because here is the truth about where he is right now. He is not governing. He is not making strategic decisions about the future of the country. He is surviving, hour by hour, day by day, trying to find anything that might buy him another week as Prime Minister. The rally gave him an enemy. A distraction. A reason to look like a leader defending Britain's values, even as his own cabinet walks out the door and his own MPs draft letters asking him to go. It will not work. It did not work in September. It will not work now. Because the hundreds of thousands of people marching in London today are not going away. They are not going to be silenced by a speech or a ban or a tweet. They are the same people who voted reform in their millions on May the 7th. The same people who gave Farage 1,000 council seats. The same people who chanted "We want Starmer out" on the streets of London today. And they will still be there, louder, angrier, more determined, the morning after Keir Starmer finally leaves Downing Street. Whether that morning comes next week, next month, or later this year, it is coming. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Starmer calling these marchers far-right helps him or destroys him, for the last time? Drop it in the comments. And subscribe if you think Britain deserves a Prime Minister who actually listens to his own people, instead of calling them the enemy. Because millions of British people watching today felt exactly that. I'll see you when the next chapter of this story breaks. And it will not be long.